All right, so today I've got a secret weapon up my sleeve that's instantly going to fix your forehand. Now, I think a lot of watching the pros is messing up so many of the students that I encounter. It's messing up their forehand because you're trying to copy kind of like the lag and snap and the way that the pros rotate their hips, and it's making you actually pull off the ball a lot, not hit the ball clean. You're trying to actually get more power by copying the pros. You're actually hitting the ball less solid, less hard, and way more erratic. So what I typically see from people really trying to copy the modern forehand, something common that I see is that they'll get here and then they're trying to pull across their body because they're hearing the tennis is a rotational sport, and that's true. But what ends up happening, since you're not hitting thousands and thousands of balls since you've been a little kid, what ends up happening is you're bringing too much of your energy over this way and you're pulling off the ball too soon and you're not getting enough drive through the court. You're hitting lots of mishits. You're pulling off the frame. I've seen this a lot. So when I see this, I have something that I want you to try and see if you can start to get a smoother, more solid and controlled forehand. Let's get into this video. So here's my secret weapon. It's called the Forehand Fixer from On Court, Off Court. You can go to the description box below and pick up yourself one. And I really love this. I actually would do, before I even saw the Forehand Fixer, I would take grip tape sometimes and tie it around my students' wrist to keep them more engaged. So the way you want to do this is when you're preparing, your first move is you want to hold on to the racket, and you should have a lot of play in the Forehand Fixer, right? You see that like little U shape it's making. Then as you're getting ready to hit, you're gonna, this is as far away as you want it to be to where it gets almost into a straight line. But you gotta be careful not to pull it too far apart, or else the Velcro is gonna come apart, and this helps keep your body more in syncing together. So you're here, you pull apart, and then as you go to hit, again, you can see that straight line, and then on contact, look, the U shape starts to come back, and then you catch the follow through, and that's what you should look like. So if you do that, that helps you keep everything more together, and it's easier to control the ball and not have body parts moving in different directions and everything moving in the same direction towards your target. So let's try some on the slinger bag and see how this looks. Now notice that the ball went down, my footwork wasn't there, and look what happened. So you saw I made about 4 or 5 really pretty forehands there, but then as soon as I misread the ball, my body parts pulled in different directions and I wasn't able to stay with the ball. So this again is showing you what a good tool this is. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of these in Coach's Eye in slow motion. So again, you can see that first move I'm talking about where we have, let's get a different color here. We got that little U shape, see? So we've got some play in there. So we're in our unit turn. And you can see as I come back even more, and this is one thing that I just really try and get students to appreciate, is how to really use that offhand, really get that out there straight. So we can see that's there. And again, as well, when we're looking at this, we got a lot of play in there on the way back. Now, as I start to come forward in the hit, this is when you can see that we pretty much have a straight line created with our forehand fixer. So it goes from here, and then as we pull back to hit the ball, and still notice how long we're keeping that offhand engaged. This really forces you to keep both arms engaged. And then I am pushing right here with the hip. The hip right here is going to start to engage and get a lot of your power. And we hit, and then after we hit, notice as we're hitting too, how we have this again. Let me just get a different drawing tool, how we've got that little play in the forehand fixer. We come on out, and then boom, we're there together. And we can see that in order to do this like this, in order to hit these shots and keep the forehand fixer engaged and the Velcro not coming off, you've got to read the ball early. You have to have good balance and preparation. When any of those things start to leave your stroke, you're going to separate. That Velcro is very finicky, and so if you're not all in sync in your body when you're hitting, it's going to let you know that right away. In fact, there's one ball we'll see coming up here in a couple to where I read it wrong, and I was planning on stepping in, and I went open stance. See, so there's nothing wrong. If you're planning on doing open stance, right, and you were more aware of your body, this wouldn't happen. But I read this ball wrong, and so I just lost a little bit of rhythm and timing. And that's all it takes in this crazy game of tennis. Tennis is like golf on the run to make us miss. It doesn't take much to make us miss. Just a little bit of misreading, a little bit of balance issues, racket head not where you want it, you miss the shot. So this is really going to train so many amazing things to help your forehand get better. Okay, so the forehand fixer really is awesome because it's more than just staying connected in the hands, which so many people struggle with. They just don't use their offhand well. But not only is it going to help you with that, it's also going to help you get your hips more connected with the ball. You're going to feel that nice flow from the back to the front into the ball. So you're going to start to learn how to use that as well. It makes you have great footwork and reading the ball better, because if your footwork's not there or you don't read the ball quite right, what's going to end up happening is you're going to lose your balance, and that you're going to start to separate more than you want to. So it really makes you aware of just how well you are in control of your body and your hand-eye coordination, your balance as you're hitting the ball. And a lot of that has to do with how you're reading it, and then also the footwork getting in position. So if you're reading the ball well and your footwork is good, that means your balance is probably going to be good, and you're going to be able to stay together with a forehand fixer. The minute you don't read the ball well or you get a little lazy with your feet, you're going to separate, this thing's going to swing away. So a great challenge for you is to get yourself one of these and see how many in a row you can make without separating, without this coming apart. I think that'd be an awesome drill. So go try it and let me know what you think. You can go in the description box below and go to oncourtoffcourt.com and pick yourself up one of these. You know what also goes great with fixing your forehand? Fixing your serve. And I've got a free course for you right now too. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love this. Go up in the card section or down in the description box and pick up my course, Serving A to Z. It's 33 free videos that goes through everything serving A to Z. So if you want to get your toss under control, Serving A to Z is for you. If you want to learn how to hit a slice serve, I love my slice serve, my lefty slice serve. I teach you that in Serving A to Z. A kick serve, it's in Serving A to Z. You want to be able to hit a serve potentially over 100 miles an hour? Go pick up Serving A to Z right now. It's 100% free. It's 33 videos. My gift to you on the house. Go up here in the card section, in the description box. Don't forget to like this video if you learned something, and subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. Take care. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, signing off.